My guest today, an entrepreneur, has a startup. Guess who has invested in it? Ratan Tata himself. Guess the age of this founder. He's all of 18 years old and he's trying to make medicines affordable. Please welcome Arjun Deshpande of generic AADHAAR right here on Startup Central. Arjun, welcome. Congratulations. You found the magic pill to success, and even Ratan Tata is addicted. I don't even know how you managed to achieve all of this at the age of 18. I remember when I was 18, I was really worried I would not even make it to college. I didn't have the grades and the marks in my CBSE exams. Well done. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you have this startup? And then I'm going to ask you how you even managed to get a meeting with Ratan Tata.
First, thank you, ET Now, for having me here. Generic AADHAAR was born 2 years back for every common man of India to provide affordable medicines to the masses. Because when I traveled to various countries, so I noted that in various countries, medicines are majority of the medicines are called as a generic. As India is a manufacturing hub for the world, pharma manufacturing hub for the world. So I thought, why our Indian people are not getting affordable and quality medicines? So affordability is the one major part I wanted to focus on. So if you recently just noted that if India is one of the biggest manufacturer for hydrochloroquine in this current situation of COVID-19. So we are exporting. India is exporting hydrochloroquine in the name of generic, not in a brand name. So this is one of the most important factor I am focusing on, and I am reaching out to Indian people to provide affordable and quality medicines.
So you started this at the age of 16. What were you in class 11 at that time? You're obviously a whiz kid, but having said that, you must have had your parents who were very supportive.
Yeah, hello. Yeah. So when I started generic AADHAAR last 2 years back, so my business model, exactly, my parents were supportive because I wanted to do something impactful for our country. And I always believed that I should be a job creator, not a job seeker. Because of our Indian youth, I also believe that they should they should create employment for our Indian people. So that is the main belief I was having, and I was having one focus in my life to create an impactful venture.
So how did you manage to balance studies and be an entrepreneur at the same time?
So yeah, I always see first. I always believe that theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge both are important at various ways. But I always believe that theoretical and practical knowledge, once what I am doing currently is a practical knowledge work. So I am focusing on the manufacturing facility. I visit many of the manufacturing sites. I take the knowledge of the medicines, quality of the medicines, like all the dosage and all the paperwork. At the same time, I'm also balancing my education. Recently only I have done my 12th grade. I've done my 12th grade from Maharashtra Board, and exam I've given. So I always believe that we should always focus on practical work as well.
Okay, I take that point very well, but I was basically asking you how you managed to, balance your studies as well as be a founder at the same time. How did your interest in pharmaceuticals begin? Were any of your parents in this trade?
Yeah. So basically, my mother is in the international pharma business. So my mother is my parents. I tell her about my venture, about generic AADHAAR, and what is my mission for our Indian people. Because at the same time, now we are also supporting the single medical store owners who are facing a huge business competition from online and online pharmacies and big medical malls. So now we are taking the single medical stores under our brand of generic AADHAAR. So when I told all the plan and business model, how can I create an impact for our society? So they were really supportive in my all venture. And at the same time, as you ask about my studies, as my education background, so recently only I have done my 12th, and when I have given my 12th examination, so I am balancing both the things, because practical and the theoretical knowledge what we have to get. So I'm doing the same thing. And in the pharmaceutical line, it's really important when I'm having one focus, and also I'm I'm reading various MBA books and various for the strategies development and all the things. Yes.
Uh, so, given COVID-19, never before has our health infrastructure been as exposed as it has been, right? Since the last week of March. So you're clearly in the business also that matters, that impacts a lot of lives. Tell me a bit about your startup. What does it do exactly?
So basically, we are directly taking the medicines from WHO GMP approved facilities, which are there in India. From that government approved facilities, we are directly routing the medicines to the local retailers, local medical store owners. I am creating an ecosystem in pharma industry from where our Indian people can get medicines directly from the manufacturing facility, and they can definitely save their hard-earned money on medicines. So all the middle cost I am cutting down, and this is an B2B2C business model. Because in India, some companies are marketing medicines as branded medicines. So it increases the cost of the basic product. So and which is put on the customer's shoulder. So now we are cutting down the cost of the marketing and expenses, and we are directly taking medicines from the WHO GMP facilities to the end customers. So this is an ecosystem from where I am trying to reach out every Indian.
So when you say you go directly to the customer, you mean customer, the patient, or do you mean customer which could be a pharmacy chain or even those online pharmacies which has the traders worried, has the middlemen worried?
So when I say customer, the patients, which are the end customers, because pension holders, there are senior citizens. Because what is the thing? When we aggregate the store, single medical store in now majority of India, we are aggregating single medical stores from where people can get the affordable and quality medicines from our aggregated stores. So this is the system I've created.
And you found, you're just 18 years old. You started when you were 16. So when you went in to have these negotiations and all of that, did they take you seriously? Or did you have to go with your parents? Because, if you're under 18, you can't even sign contracts, right?
So when I was 16, when I started this venture, the signing for the same, I founded my own company where I was an stakeholder. You can be a stakeholder under if you are 18 as well. So I was having my own team with me, and the first store when I convinced him, when I explained him all the plan and my business model, because really it's a fact in the Indian market, because the single medical store owner are really facing a huge business competition. So when I explained him and I briefed him about the same, he was really happy, and he told me that it will definitely create an very impactful thing for every single businessman and every single medical store owner. So that is the thing. And first medical store, I have convinced them, and that time not my parents have helped me for convincing the medical store. That I have done on my own basis.
So how did you get a meeting with Ratan Tata? How did you convince Ratan Tata to invest in your company?
So from last 2 years, when I was creating awareness to our Indian people about the affordable medicines and accessibility of the medicines. So I was organizing various health camps outside our stores, aggregated stores. So Ratan Tata sir was noting, and he was getting all the things what I am doing for betterment of our society. So when he called me one day to meet him, so that day was really a big day for me. And as Ratan Tata, so I was when I went to meet him, I was confident that definitely he will be liking our model, because his nature always is to support our Indian people and to give our Indian people something for betterment and some benefits to our Indian people. Because when I explain him all my model and my project, what I want to do for our Indian people and what I am doing currently. So he first meeting was around 2 hours. So he was listening, he understand all the things
But
for the
Arjun, I understand that, trust me.
I
Arjun, trust me, we at ET Now also follow Ratan Tata's philosophy for investing and his likes, dislikes very, very closely. But I just want to once again understand who took you, who told you, who organized the meeting? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that part.
Yeah. So I actually told you that when I was creating awareness to the masses, Ratan Tata sir was noting this all things because he always liked that young people, young entrepreneurs are doing something great. So he always take a note of the same thing. And as one day he called me for the same that you are doing something great. And I was also happy to meet him and explain him all the things. So when I explained him, so he was really happy because the thing what I want to do in pharmaceutical industry. So I first told him about the same.
Wow, did you get nervous at all? You must have made a very good pitch. How hard did you work before meeting him? I mean, on the meeting, on your deck, on your presentation? Were you nervous?
So yeah, I was nervous as well as I was confident that Ratan Tata sir will be definitely liking this business model because his ethics and because I was also having my focus on my goal because Ratan Tata sir is only one person in our industry who always support young entrepreneurs and he's for me he's a mentor also. So when before he called me, I have prepared all the things, all the decks and presentation to show up to him all the statistics, which cities we can reach out, and currently what we are doing in which cities. So he understand all the things about the software, how I have created the ecosystem, and after that he was really impressed for the same.
So, Arjun Deshpande, you have achieved so much at the age of 18. You're only 18. You have so much left that you can still achieve, but you've already achieved so much. What's your target, your focus for this year?
So this year, after Ratan Tata sir have invested, after this, mainly we are expanding to majority of the urban cities as well as the rural cities. So now in next 3 to 4 months, we will be having our aggregated stores in majority of parts of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha as well. So we will be targetingly focusedly on some specific cities, and we will be expanding our franchises aggregated stores over there, and from there we will be reaching to the end customers. So for this year, we are planning for developing and expanding our Jante Aadhaar aggregated stores in majority of the parts of India.
Are you going to go to college? Do you have plans to go to college? Are you already in college?
So recently only I have given my 12th examination. So afterwards I will definitely I was in commerce stream. So I what yeah so what I was doing practical knowledge for this innovative startup that helped me a lot in my 12th examination also because what we do practically so we can apply for the theoretical as well because in the commerce stream that is the essential thing what I have developed. And also in future, I will be definitely seeing for MBA course or something like that.
Can I be cheeky and ask you, do you think you did well in your boards?
No, the results are not out now of 12th.
I know, that's what I was asking. Do you think you did well?
Yeah.
Because you must have been focusing so much on your startup as well. I'm just amazed at how you balanced your time.
So it's important to balance both the things, and I have from my own capacity, I have from how much I can do for my examinations I have done, and I guess that results will be definitely good for my boards as well. So because this is my something focus of my life because I always see don't let age come between of your great ideas. So I've seen an opportunity for the pharmaceutical industry when I was 16 years. So I was seeing an opportunity and I catch hold on that. So that is the one of the key factor. Yeah.
I'm going to make this my final question to you, Arjun Deshpande. Do you ever think about what are you going to be when you, I know you're legally an adult, but when you're far older, let's say when you're 30, 40, do you think that far at all?
Sorry, can you please repeat? The voice is really.
I'm saying that, people when they're 18, they very often don't know what they want to be. They're still figuring out what they want to be when they grow up. You are already, have achieved so much. Do you ever think about what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life? What you want to do, let's say, when you're age 30, age 40?
So basically, pharmaceutical industry is very big, and to reach every individual, that will be really taking time. So when I will be now, I am dedicated and focused to my venture, and definitely, if some opportunities come in future in the same line too, and now we are also developing our mobile application as well. So from people can directly online order our medicines and they can get to our fastest delivery. So definitely I am improving in my venture, as well as for future definitely some good plans or something like that I have that can create an impact to our society. Definitely I will do that as well.
So amazing to hear, and it's amazing. I actually got goosebumps when I read your story. I'm like, wow, he started his entrepreneurial journey at 16. He's achieved so much at 18, and he's still got so much left in him. And after this interview, what's even amazing is to just see how humble you are and what a drive you have, the ambition and the vision you have. Arjun, from the entire team at ET Now, we'd like to wish you all the very best.